My dear brothers and sisters, we are in the middle of a crisis. It's not a crisis of money or politics or technology. It's a crisis of the human heart. Look at the numbers. In many parts of the world, 1 in 6 people are on antidepressant medication. 1 in 6 young girls between 11 and 16 have practiced some form of self-harm. 1 in 3 elderly people feel a loneliness so deep it makes them physically sick. We all know these terms: depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts. We all know someone in our families, in our circle of friends, maybe even in the mirror, who is struggling. Someone who feels sick to their very core and cannot find the way out. How did we get here? The greatest mistake was made a few centuries ago. They decided that the human being has no soul. They told us, you are just blood, flesh, and bone. Feeling sad? That's just a chemical imbalance in your brain. Here's a pill. Feeling angry? That's just hormones. Here's a prescription. And what is the result? We are a generation hooked on medication, in endless therapy, and yet we are still in pain. Why? Because they treated the symptoms, but they forgot the most important part. They forgot who you really are. You are not a body. You are a soul having a physical experience. Your body is just a temporary vessel. The real you, the real I, is the soul. Think about it. Before this universe was even created, there was the realm of souls. You had no blood, no flesh, no job, no family, no money. You were just a soul. And in that realm, Allah gathered every one of us, and He asked one single question: Am I not your Lord? And every one of our souls replied. They said, yes, we have testified. That is where your journey truly began. The 60, 70, or 80 years in this body. It's just a pit stop. The real journey, from that day until the day we return to Him, is the journey of the soul. So, what's the real cure? My dear brothers and sisters, an 8th century scholar, Ibn al-Qayyim, wrote a masterpiece about this very journey. And his main idea is shocking. He argues that the cure for all of our problems, our mental anguish, our family issues, our financial stress, our emptiness, is found in the 7 short verses we recite in every single prayer. The cure is in Surah Al-Fatiha. You might ask, how? How can 7 verses fix a global crisis? Let's look. He says Al-Fatiha begins by giving us the 4 pillars of our healing. The 4 names: Allah Ar-Rahman, the most merciful, Ar-Rahim, the bestower of mercy, and Al-Malik, the king. Your first action plan is to internalize these 4 names. 1. When you know Allah, you realize He is the only one worth pleasing. Not your boss, not social media, not your family. This frees you from the anxiety of seeking approval. 2. When you know Ar-Rahman, you realize that the one who allowed your pain, the one who gave you the cancer, or the financial loss, or the sleepless night, loves you more than your own mother loves you. This completely changes the meaning of your suffering. 3. When you know Ar-Rahim, you realize He is the one nurturing you, like a farmer tending a seed, guiding you and watching your back, even when you don't see it. 4. When you know Al-Malik, the king, you realize that nothing you own is truly yours. Your house, your car, your job, it all belongs to Him. And if it's not yours, you can't really lose it. This is the end of worldly fear. If we truly lived these 4 names, most of our pain would dissolve. Next is the core action plan. But the scholar goes deeper. He says the entire Quran can be summarized in 1 line from Al-Fatiha. This is your second action plan. It is you we worship, and it is you we ask for help. This 1 verse, he says, is the cure for the 2 most dangerous diseases of the human heart. First, it is you we worship. This cures the deadliest disease, the desire to be seen by people, Riyah. We pray, but we want people to see us pray. We give, but we want people to see us give. We are addicted to the eyes and validation of others. This verse trains you, day after day, to focus only on the one who matters. It frees you from the prison of people's opinions. Second, it is you we ask for help. This cures the other great disease, arrogance and pride. This verse forces you to admit that you are, and will always be, completely dependent on Allah. From the day your nappies were changed to the day you are old and need help to walk, you are helpless without Him. This was the secret of the prophets. When Musa was a fugitive, with nothing, he said, "My Lord, indeed I am, for whatever good you would send down to me in need." He acknowledged his absolute dependency. If you can internalize this, your whole life will change. But it is the lonely path. Yes, it is. So, this journey of the soul can feel very, very lonely. You're in a gathering. Your friends are talking about buying a house, the new cryptocurrency, the football match, the movie they're going to watch. They are living for the body. And you're sitting there, feeling out of place, thinking, but I just finished memorizing a new surah, and these guys don't know the buzz that gives me. You feel alone, because you're on a different journey. This is why Al-Fatiha immediately gives you the cure for that loneliness. What do we ask for right after? Guide us to the straight path. And whose path is that? The path of those you have blessed. You are not alone. You are on the exact same path as every prophet, every saint, every righteous man and woman who ever lived. They felt lonely too, but they were with Allah, and He rid them of their loneliness. Let me give you your final action plan, the awakening. So, where do you begin this journey? The scholar says the first station is al-yaqada, the awakening. It's that moment. The moment you suddenly realize why you are here and where you are going. That, he says, is the day your life truly begins. Because before that moment, we are asleep. Most of the world is fast asleep. They look awake, but they're zombies, waking up to their phones, doom-scrolling before bed, empty inside, using distraction as a drug to numb the pain. So, if you are spiritually asleep, how do you wake up? Your final action plan has 2 steps. Step 1, realize what He gave you. This is why Al-Fatiha begins with all praise is for Allah. You must realize His blessings. How can you ignore the one who gave you life? How can you turn away from the one who keeps your heart beating right now without your permission? Step 2, realize what you gave Him. Once you see His infinite blessings, you must feel shame, haya, for your shortcomings. It's the feeling our Prophet had. When he would pray all night until his feet swelled, his wife Aisha asked him, "Why do you do this when Allah has forgiven all your past and future sins?" He replied, with tears wetting his beard, "Should I not be a grateful servant?" He felt his worship was never enough to truly say, "Thank you." When you finally experience that feeling, that overwhelming awe of His blessings, and that deep shame for your shortcomings, that is the day you have truly woken up. Because as the Prophet said, the difference between the one who remembers his Lord and the one who doesn't is the example of the living and the dead. My question to you tonight is, are you truly living?